Some recent travel reports suggest a surprising trend. Interest in visiting the UK has dropped sharply in 2026, with fewer bookings and a noticeable shift toward other European destinations. For a country that once stood among the top global tourism hotspots, this sudden change is raising serious questions across the travel world. But here's the real mystery. Why are travelers slowly turning away from a place known for its history, culture, and iconic landmarks? Is it the rising costs, stricter travel rules, or something deeper that most people are not noticing yet? The answers are more complex and more surprising than you might think. In this video, we uncover the real reasons behind this tourism shift, and some of them might completely change how you see global travel today. Number 1. Rising cost of travel. Let's start with the biggest and most obvious reason: money. Traveling to the UK in 2026 has become significantly more expensive than most people expect. From flight tickets to hotel bookings, everything seems to come with a higher price tag. In fact, recent travel trends show that many tourists now consider the UK one of the least budget-friendly destinations in Europe. And when people are planning vacations, cost is often the first thing they look at. But it's not just about getting there. It's about surviving once you arrive. Imagine paying premium prices for a hotel room, then spending even more on basic meals, transportation, and attractions. A simple day out in cities like London can quickly drain your budget. For many travelers, this creates a constant feeling of pressure instead of enjoyment. And let's be honest, no one wants to spend their dream vacation worrying about every single expense. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Travelers today are smarter and more price-conscious than ever. When they compare the UK with destinations like Spain, Turkey, or even parts of Eastern Europe, the difference is huge. You can often get better weather, luxury experiences, and longer stays for the same price, or even less. So naturally, people start asking themselves, why pay more for less? This shift in mindset is quietly pushing tourists away from the UK. It's not that people don't want to visit. It's that the value just doesn't feel worth it anymore. And until that balance changes, the UK may continue to lose travelers to more affordable and appealing destinations. We put serious effort into breaking down insights like this. So tell us honestly, would you still visit the UK in 2026 or choose somewhere cheaper? If you found this valuable, subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us bring you more powerful content like this. Number 2. Strict visa policies. Now let's talk about something that frustrates travelers even before they even pack their bags: visa restrictions. For many people around the world, visiting the UK isn't as simple as booking a ticket and hopping on a plane. The visa process can be long, complicated, and sometimes unpredictable, which instantly discourages potential tourists. Think about it. You're excited about planning your dream trip, but before anything else, you have to go through paperwork, appointments, fees, and waiting periods. And even after doing everything right, there's still a chance your visa could be delayed, or worse, rejected. That uncertainty alone is enough to make many travelers look elsewhere. What makes this even more impactful is how the world has changed. In 2026, travelers value ease and convenience more than ever. Many countries now offer visa-free entry, quick online approvals, or simple arrival processes. Compared to that, the UK's system can feel outdated and stressful. So when tourists have multiple options, they naturally choose the path with less friction and more freedom. And here's the real issue. This doesn't just affect first-time visitors. Even experienced travelers are starting to avoid destinations where entry feels like a challenge. Because at the end of the day, travel is supposed to feel exciting, not exhausting before it even begins. So the question becomes, if getting into a country feels this difficult, is it really worth the effort? For many people, the answer is slowly turning into a no, and that shift is quietly contributing to the UK's growing tourism problem. We spend hours digging deep to bring you insights like this. So tell us, have visa rules ever stopped you from visiting a country? Don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it means a lot and helps us keep creating content you actually enjoy. Number 3. Weather perception problem. Now let's talk about something the UK is famous for, but not in a good way. It's weather. For years, the country has carried a reputation of being gray, rainy, and unpredictable. And in 2026, that perception is still influencing travel decisions more than you might think. Even people who've never visited the UK often imagine constant clouds, sudden rain, and very little sunshine. And here's the thing. When people plan vacations, they're usually chasing a certain feeling. They picture themselves walking under clear blue skies, relaxing in warm weather, and capturing bright, beautiful moments. The UK, fairly or unfairly, doesn't always match that dream. Instead, many travelers worry about packing umbrellas, dealing with cold winds, or having outdoor plans ruined at the last minute. This creates a powerful psychological barrier, because travel isn't just about places, it's about expectations. And if someone believes their experience might be dampened, literally, they're far more likely to choose destinations known for sunshine and consistency, like Southern Europe or tropical regions. What makes this even more challenging is that perception often matters more than reality. Yes, the UK has stunning summers, green landscapes, and charming rainy day vibes. But those positive aspects don't always dominate global perception. And in the fast-moving world of social media, where bright and sunny destinations get the most attention, the UK struggles to compete. So even before booking begins, many travelers have already made up their minds. And that simple thought, what if the weather ruins my trip, is quietly pushing them away. Number 4. Competition from Europe. Now here's where things get even more serious. The UK isn't losing tourists in isolation. It's losing them to stronger, smarter competition across Europe. In 2026, travelers aren't just picking destinations, they're comparing value. And countries like Spain, Italy, Greece, and Turkey are winning that comparison more often than not. Think about what modern travelers want: beautiful weather, rich culture, great food, and affordable experiences. Many European destinations offer all of this, often at a lower cost than the UK. You can enjoy sunny beaches, historic cities, and luxury stays for a fraction of what you might spend in London or other major UK cities. That difference is hard to ignore. But it's not just about price, it's about the overall experience. European countries have become extremely competitive in tourism. They offer smoother travel systems, attractive packages, and experiences designed specifically for international visitors. From scenic coastal towns to vibrant nightlife and relaxed atmospheres, they're giving travelers exactly what they are looking for. Meanwhile, the UK often feels like a premium destination without the added perks. When tourists compare side by side, they start asking a simple question: why choose the UK when I can get more for less somewhere else? And this is where the shift becomes powerful. It's not that the UK lacks beauty or culture. It absolutely has both. But in a world full of options, even small differences in cost, comfort, and convenience can change decisions in a big way. As competition continues to grow, the UK is no longer the automatic choice it once was. And that's a major reason why fewer travelers are putting it at the top of their list. We go deep to bring you insights like this. So tell us, if you had the same budget, would you choose the UK or another European country? Don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating powerful content for you. Number 5. Transport strikes and disruptions. Now imagine this. You've planned your entire trip, booked your hotels, mapped out your days, and suddenly, your train gets cancelled. This is exactly the kind of uncertainty many travelers associate with the UK due to frequent transport strikes and disruptions. And in 2026, this issue continues to create doubt in the minds of tourists. Public transport is the backbone of any travel experience, especially in a country like the UK where trains and buses connect major cities and attractions. But when that system becomes unreliable, it affects everything. Delays, cancellations, and last-minute changes can turn a smooth into a stressful experience. For tourists on a tight schedule, even a small disruption can ruin an entire day. What makes this even more frustrating is the unpredictability. Travelers don't just worry about delays. They worry about not knowing when or where disruptions might happen. That constant uncertainty takes away the sense of comfort that people look for when traveling abroad. Now compare that with other destinations where transport systems are seen as more stable and tourist-friendly. Many countries are investing heavily in smooth, reliable travel infrastructure, making it easier for visitors to explore without stress. So when travelers weigh their options, reliability becomes a huge factor. At the end of the day, people want their vacations to feel easy, smooth, and enjoyable, not filled with unexpected problems. And when stories of strikes and disruptions keep surfacing, it slowly pushes tourists to choose destinations where they feel more in control of their plans. Number 6. High cost of living impact. Now let's go deeper, because it's not just travel costs that are rising, it's the entire cost of living in the UK. And tourists feel this the moment they arrive. From food and transportation to attractions and even small daily expenses, everything adds up quickly. What might seem like a normal purchase suddenly feels surprisingly expensive compared to other destinations. Picture this. You walk into a cafe expecting a simple breakfast, and the bill is far higher than you imagined. You take a taxi, visit a museum, grab a quick snack, and by the end of the day, your budget is already stretched. This constant spending pressure takes away from the joy of exploring. Instead of enjoying the experience, travelers start calculating every move. What's even more important is how this affects perceived value. Travelers today aren't just asking, "Can I afford this?" They're asking, "Is this worth it?" And when they compare the UK to places where their money goes further, the answer often becomes unclear. In many countries, the same amount of money can give you better accommodation, richer experiences, and more freedom to explore. This shift in mindset is powerful. People want to feel like they're getting the most out of their trip, not constantly worrying about overspending. And when a destination starts to feel expensive at every step, it naturally becomes less attractive. So even if someone dreams of visiting the UK, the reality of daily expenses can quietly push them toward alternatives that feel more comfortable, affordable, and rewarding. We spend hours breaking this down for you. So tell us, do high daily expenses affect where you choose to travel? Don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it truly supports the work we put into every video. Number 7. Safety and perception issues. Now let's talk about something that doesn't always show up in statistics, but has a huge impact on decisions, and that is perception of safety. Whether it's fair or not, many travelers today are influenced by what they see online, in the news, or on social media. And when certain stories about crime, protests, or unrest start circulating, they can shape how people feel about a destination. Here's the important part. Travel decisions are rarely based on facts alone. They are driven by emotions. Even if a place is generally safe, repeated exposure to negative headlines can create doubt in the minds of potential visitors. And once that doubt sets in, it becomes very difficult to ignore. Imagine planning your trip and constantly coming across videos or posts that make you question your safety. That small hesitation grows into a bigger concern. You start asking yourself, is it really worth the risk? And in a world full of travel options, most people won't take that chance. They'll simply choose somewhere that feels more secure. What makes this even more powerful is the speed at which information spreads today. A single viral post can influence thousands, even millions, of potential travelers. And over time, these perceptions, whether fully accurate or not, start shaping the reputation of an entire country. The UK still has many safe and welcoming places, but perception doesn't always reflect reality. And when travelers are deciding where to go, the feeling of safety often outweighs everything else. That emotional factor is quietly becoming a major reason why some people are choosing to stay away. Number 8. Post-Brexit travel complexities. Now let's talk about a change that quietly reshaped travel to the UK, Brexit. While it was a political decision, its effects are now being felt by everyday travelers. In 2026, visiting the UK is no longer as straightforward as it once was, especially for tourists coming from Europe. What used to feel like a simple, seamless trip now involves extra steps, more checks, and added confusion. Before, travelers could move between the UK and many European countries with ease. But now, there are new rules, documentation requirements, and longer processing times. Even small things, like understanding entry requirements or dealing with border controls, can create unnecessary stress. And for tourists who just want a smooth, enjoyable experience, that added complexity can be a deal breaker. Here's where it really matters. Modern travelers value spontaneity and simplicity. They want to book a trip quickly, pack their bags, and go without worrying about paperwork or restrictions. But when a destination starts to feel complicated, it loses its appeal, especially when there are so many other countries offering easy, hassle-free entry. And it's not just about logistics, it's about mindset. When people hear that travel rules have changed, even if the process isn't extremely difficult, it creates a perception that things are more complicated than before. That alone can discourage potential visitors. So instead of navigating new systems or dealing with uncertainty, many travelers simply choose destinations where everything feels clear, easy, and familiar. And that shift is slowly contributing to fewer people choosing the UK for their next trip. We dig deep to bring you real insights. So tell us, do travel rules and paperwork ever change your destination choice? Hit subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating content that truly matters to you. Number 9. Over-tourism fatigue. Here's something surprising. The UK is facing a strange contradiction. While overall tourism may be slowing, certain hotspots are still dealing with over-tourism fatigue. Places like central London, famous landmarks, and popular attractions often feel too crowded, too rushed, and overwhelming. And for many modern travelers, that's a big turnoff. Think about the kind of experience people want today. They don't just want to see a place. They want to feel it, explore it, and enjoy it without chaos. But when you're standing in long lines, surrounded by massive crowds, and constantly navigating busy streets, that experience quickly loses its charm. Instead of feeling relaxed and inspired, travelers feel stressed and exhausted. Now here's where it gets interesting. Tourists are changing. In 2026, more people are actively avoiding overcrowded destinations. They are looking for hidden gems, peaceful locations, and authentic experiences where they can connect with the culture without feeling like just another face in the crowd. But the UK struggles with balance. Some areas feel overcrowded, while others don't attract enough attention. This uneven distribution creates a confusing experience for travelers. They either face intense crowds or feel like there's not much happening. So what do travelers do? They choose destinations that offer a better balance, places where they can enjoy beauty, culture, and relaxation without the pressure of crowds. And this shift is quietly changing travel patterns. Because at the end of the day, people don't just want to travel. They want to enjoy every moment of it. And when a destination feels overwhelming, they start looking for alternatives. Number 10. Changing travel trends. Now we reach the final, and perhaps the most powerful reason behind this shift. Travel itself is changing. In 2026, people are no longer traveling the way they used to. It's not just about visiting famous landmarks anymore. It's about experience, meaning, flexibility, and value. Today's travelers are far more intentional. Instead of ticking off popular destinations, they are asking deeper questions. Will this trip feel unique? Will it be worth my time and money? Will I get something memorable out of it? And when they compare options, they are increasingly drawn toward destinations that offer nature escapes, digital nomad hubs, wellness retreats, and immersive cultural experiences. This is where the UK faces a subtle challenge. While it is rich in history, architecture, and culture, it is often seen as a traditional destination in a world that now craves novelty and variety. Many travelers are shifting toward places that feel more relaxed, more affordable, and more aligned with modern lifestyles, especially those that support remote work and longer stays. Another major shift is the rise of social media-driven travel inspiration. People are influenced by what they see online. Sunny beaches, unique landscapes, and hidden travel gems tend to go viral faster than classic city tours. As a result, travel demand is naturally moving toward destinations that feel more fresh and visually exciting. So it's not that the UK has lost its charm. It's that global travel preferences have evolved. And in this new era, destinations must adapt quickly or risk being left behind. We spend serious time crafting these insights for you. So tell us, what matters more to you when traveling? Famous places or unique experiences? And don't forget to subscribe. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating powerful videos like this for you. So when we put everything together, a clearer picture starts to emerge. The idea that no one wants to travel to the UK anymore is not about a single problem. It's about a combination of powerful global shifts happening all at once. Rising costs, stricter entry rules, unpredictable transport, changing weather perceptions, and stronger competition from Europe are all adding pressure on one of the world's most iconic travel destinations. But beyond all these reasons, there's something even deeper happening. Travel itself has changed. People are no longer choosing destinations just for their reputation. They're choosing based on value, comfort, experience, and emotional satisfaction. And in this new era, even famous countries must compete harder than ever to stay relevant in travelers' minds. The UK is still rich in history, culture, and unforgettable landmarks. From ancient castles to modern city life, it remains one of the most influential travel destinations in the world. But today's travelers are asking different questions than before. They want smoother journeys, better affordability, and experiences that feel fresh and personal, not just traditional sightseeing. So the real story isn't that the UK has lost its beauty. It's that the global travel landscape has evolved, and expectations have risen. Countries that adapt to these expectations will continue to thrive, while others must rethink how they present themselves to the world. At the end of the day, tourism is never permanent. It shifts, changes, and reinvents itself. And what we're seeing in 2026 is simply another chapter in that ongoing transformation. Now we want to hear from you. Do you think the UK can bounce back as a top global destination? Or has travel already moved on to new hotspots? If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to the channel. It's just one click, but it helps us keep creating powerful, well-researched videos like this for you.